Hey everybody, it's Stick 1981, so I have a video for you guys today. I just recently received from Metal Chills on eBay a 2-in-1 case. So if you guys don't know what's in the box, it's what it's going to be. Seller's name's Kyle. So Kyle, Metal Chills. I picked up this case. He's got a second-hand case that he said was it was new, but it was out of box. But he got it from a thrift store after the fact when I picked it up. So he's marked the box as fragile. So I got it partially opened. It's upside down, but you kind of see it there. It's just fragile. It's upside down. I'll flip it upside down. Yeah, right side up so you can see it. He's marked it fragile for whatever. It's a 15 by 12 by 10 inch box. And so far, let's get a look. Contents. So I got jet mailer, or bubble wrap, I guess. The case. Make sure I'm gonna do a good job making sure there's nothing else. Make sure there's nothing that happened to the case itself. Guess he left me with wrapped not jet mailer, but bubble wrap. So let's scope it out real fast and make sure there's nothing else. It looks like it's just wrapped, bubble wrap. Kyle, either Chili K or Chillick. So he goes by Metal Chills. So Kyle, appreciate it. I'm going to get to popping it out right now. Take a peek at this 2-in-1. I don't have my Ally Xbox with me. So as the making of this video, I got a little something to talk about that for a second. Let me get this open first. So bubble wrap, and we got this. So very, very similar to the case I currently have right now, which would be for the OG Ally X. This one's going for the Xbox. It's similar. It's more cloth-like. It's not as strong as the one I have. This is what took my original case's place. So we have a nice inside. We have the front. It comes up, I guess, kind of like white, but now that I shine it this way, you kind of see the rainbow. If the light hits it just right, you can kind of see like the rainbow shimmer, kind of like what the other one has. See, it comes up, but this is more of a it's not as soft. It's more rigid. It has more like a, I don't know, like a plasticized more feel to it. It feels like a vinyl, like a hard vinyl, and the other one is more like a backpack cloth material. So this one's it's more reinforced, but it's more cloth-like than the original. The back, of course, as you can see, it has the logos on it. It's zippered. So it's got twin zips. And inside I have a manual. So I have a manual that I can check out when I get a chance. And this is also detachable. So this case is designed that if you don't want to carry anything on it, you can pull it apart. And when you pull it apart, I'm just going to pull it straight up. Well, let's pull it off. And this is an Xbox case. I do believe they make it that way in case you decide you want to send it, or it's coming in the mail overseas, or it's going in the air, and this gets separated, or you have it in two different parts. That they can understand that this has a system in it if it comes with a system. If it's ordered with a system in it. It's a case, but it's to let somebody know it's to describe it as a case. Probably also an Xbox case. So it is an Xbox case. Personal handheld. So yep. So this is that. So again, Metal Chills, Kyle, looks pretty good. Thank you. So my Ally X Xbox. I recently did a video on it. I am sending that out. I won't have it back for about 3 weeks. I just sent it out as of today. And this case just arrived as I'm sending it out today. So the case came in about 2-3 hours after I had sent it out through the mail. I probably will not be getting that back now for about 3 weeks. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm doing a RAM modification to it. I'm having it sent out. So Isaak at Slickbuys, Mods, and Restore. Isaak is going to be receiving my unit. He's going to be putting in a RAM, the 4 RAM sticks or squares. He's going to desolder and resolder the existing RAM in it from 24 to 32. I originally wanted to do 64. I reached out to him back in February of this year of 26, and at the time when RAM had just spiked over the holidays of being very high going into the new year and then into January, February, it hasn't really hit the market yet for everybody trying to get their last minute ditch on tech, anything, or a phone or computer stuff, regardless. So RAM had just went through the ceiling over the last little bit of time, and people were being warned that it's going to go up in price. Well, the service for that now is like, instead of paying between $250 and $350, it's like $1,350 for a RAM swap on 64 gigs, and I wasn't going to have that, and it's out of my touch and out of my league. I could do that if I wanted to, but there's also the other catch. So besides having someone do this to my system, the other major downside to having 64 gigs on it, at least on an Ally X at this point, would be that if I were to do that on that sheer amount of space, besides having someone do it that you can trust with your handheld to do that and carry that project out, the next thing is the Ally X, Asus Ally X. It doesn't matter which one you want to do, the Ally X, the old school one, the ROG Ally X, or the Xbox. It doesn't matter. They both have 24 gigs of RAM. The problem with that system, regardless of which one, it does not run the same BIOS screen for stock. So it's going to be a problem with the software. So that means every time you load up an update or anything that's going to calibrate it back to original for whatever the reason, Isaak did tell me over the last little bit of time that it's not a make or break. It will work, but if you don't do 32 gigs and you go outside of that, 64 is going to be a problem. He says because that's going to allow the system to work when I hand it back to you through the mail, but be known that if you have to do a cloud recovery or anything on it, it's going to revert it back to stock, and it's going to show 24 gigs. It's going to crash the system. It's not going to work right. You have to go through BIOS, and you'll have to repartition the whole hard drive to read what he did to make it work, so that it understands that there's 64 gigs, but it's not done original. It's done after the fact. Well, you would say to yourself, well, if it doesn't work on 64, why 32? 32 is not as much of a push. I think there's room for that to happen, but when you go from the 24 gigs to a jump and tripling at the 64, it doesn't read that in the operating system for that, and that operating system is set up to run 24 or 32 gigs. If you go outside of that, it's not going to read that, and you have to get someone to rewrite the partitions to your hard drive to make that work. He has a Discord and a software program. It's on his video. He shows it taking on the 64 gigs of RAM. I really wanted the 64 gigs of RAM. He offered it to me when I reached out to him, and it was for about the price I'm getting my 32 done. But that has now changed. It is a lot more money. The Skynix or SK Hynix or whatever you call it. Those 4 little RAM squares are insanely expensive now, and for him to do that on top of the price of the RAM is going to be $1350. And I was like, well, $1,350 I could save my money for another paycheck, and I could buy me a claw for that. The new MSI, it's the new Panther Lake claw with the Intel Arc G3. That system is like impressive, and instead of spending $1,800 on a handheld, I'm willing to put a little bit of RAM into my Ally X Xbox that I got a little bit of a better deal for, and I can just live with that. I just now saw the post where Asus is going to release the new, as far as I can see, they're going to release the new X20 coming out with or without the goggles or with the glasses. Had I would have seen that, I probably would have waited a little bit. But going into that system, I don't know how hard it's going to be to open up or take apart the system to get into things, because of it being a clear smoked chassis frame. But I'm happy with what I have, and it's not expressed for the micro SD card, but everything else seems to work pretty close. It don't have the OLED in it. It doesn't have the sticks. It doesn't have the express card slot. It doesn't have the improved airflow by 5% or 5 degrees cooler, whatever the difference was. But like I said, had I would have known that a little bit, I may have waited. But it's still going to be a very expensive handheld regardless. But again, my handheld's going to be pretty nice when I get it back with the 32 swap in it. I'm looking forward to it, and when I get it back, I also have dbrand getting wrapped. I have a dbrand wrap set going on it, which is going to be this little box right here. I have in the box, so it came. So fellas at dbrand, appreciate it. I did receive it. I did pay for that myself. I have it for a full setup for a KillSwitch setup on it for the like I have on my original. It didn't come with a KillSwitch case for it, so I went ahead and I opted and bought the whole KillSwitch Ultra setup, Ultra set. Got the glass screens, everything that you could pretty much get, everything. So I'm looking forward to unwrapping that when I get it back from Isaak. So when I get it back from Isaak, I'll be wrapping it in the KillSwitch setup. It just has I think an Amazon case for the handheld itself, and it came with a I think a Pro case. That's the case that it came with in the mail, and that was from eBay. So still doing well, and I look forward when I get it back. I look forward to seeing how it operates and doing the BIOS screen for you guys and show you that it does have a true 32 swap in it. So I look forward to doing that. For those of you that were looking forward to having a 64 option to be shown on the channel, I'm sorry, things just didn't work out for the 64, but it's still going to be modded. It's still going to get a 32, and I'll go from there with it. I mean, I think it's going to be just as well. And dumping it onto the graphics card, yeah, the 64 would shine a little bit better with that, but outside of the graphics card, even on the 4070, it's going to be nice. Even with 32, it's going to be responsive, so it's going to really be nice on the system, I think, in the overall coming when I get it back. So I look forward to that, and if you guys have any questions, please leave them in the comments down below. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and check those notifications when you get them if you're added. Hope you guys liked it, and see you guys on the next one. So Metal Chills, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.